What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So help is reportedly coming because currently inflation is causing Americans to absolutely go crazy. High inflation is causing prices to increase on food, rent, cars, even gas. And honestly, there looks like there's very little natural relief in sight. Now, food is tricky to navigate due to our current supply chain issues. Rent is actually going to increase likely very soon, and especially over the next year, due to the fact that many workers are still getting wage increases. Now, cars, their prices are starting to somewhat level off because semiconductors are beginning to be manufactured once again, still at a very slow rate, but they are starting to be manufactured. As far as gas prices, well, this is one of the things that actually can be manipulated by our federal government. Here's what we know. President Biden, back in November, he announced he was going to release 50 million barrels of oil from the U.S. Strategic Petroleum Reserve. Now, this did, on the day it was announced, prices actually increased. But over the coming weeks, they actually fell. They dropped about 10 cents. Now, here's the problem. Prices have continued to go up because this didn't do much. Currently, many are predicting that stability in the Persian Gulf is not promising in 2022, and this is going to cause a lot of issues. And armed conflict between Israel and Iran. This is going to have an immediate impact on the United States if this does happen. Now, these two things, along with the worry that Russia is potentially going to invade Ukraine, this is causing many economists to worry about gas prices increasing once again. But here's the big worry. The big worry as of right now is that Americans are spending roughly $14 more per tank to fill up their vehicles than they did last year alone. Just the average gallon of gas currently costs $3.46 here in the United States. This is an increase of 12.3 cents per gallon from just 1 month ago. Now, here's what a lot of people don't realize. Yes, it's increased by 12.3 cents from a month ago, but this increase is over 97 cents from a year ago. That's the big issue. Now, President Biden doesn't have a lot that he can do here. Talking to Jared Bernstein, when in a recent interview, he said that President Biden can do something very similar. He can go and get more oil from the petroleum reserve, but really, that's not going to answer all of our problems. We have seen reports that President Biden can make a deal with Iran, and this could help. We could ease sanctions. We could also let oil reach global markets. But as to whether or not this is going to happen, we don't know. We don't know where President Biden currently stands. Right now, it's really up in the air. But we did hear some more promising news today. And this is actually very good news. This is coming from multiple senators. One thing I can tell you is that this is something we have seen in the past, where right now, what we know is that Democrats are looking to try to potentially propose a bill to suspend the gas tax through the end of 2022. This would actually save Americans about 18.4 cents per gallon. That's actually pretty big. Now, this new bill that was proposed today, this would suspend gas taxes to the end of this year. Now, just to give you an idea, because I know a lot of people are going to ask, well, who proposed this and what's the likelihood of it actually passing? This proposal was actually proposed by Senators Maggie Hassan and Mark Kelly. Both of these senators are up for re-election this year, and some reports are saying that this is most likely one of the reasons why they are pushing for this bill now as opposed to last year, because we're now in an election year. So this could be why it's coming out so late. But the good news is it's still coming out. There has been bipartisan support in Congress to pass something like this in the past. We've heard that Florida wanted to do something very similar to this. The good news is that this bill would actually suspend an 18.4-cent gas tax. That was 18.4 cents per gallon, meaning a gallon of gas that costs $3.46, this would immediately fall down to $3.27. Now, let me ask you, would this help you much? Would this benefit you very much? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. And I ask this because in the past, when I mentioned that Florida was considering eliminating their state gas tax, what we heard from many people was that absolutely no, they do not drive enough miles to save, and that 18.4 cents that we are seeing now, it's not going to save them much money. But here's where the help really comes from, where the help truly comes from. When gas prices are high, this means that transportation and shipping costs more. This means that to get your groceries from the warehouse to the store, it costs more money. Then to go to the store and get them to your home, it costs more money. This means that services will cost more money due to workers having to go to different locations. This means that anything in this world is going to increase in price as gas prices go up. So, now that I've brought that to your attention, do you think this 18.4 cent per gallon tax would actually benefit you or benefit us here in the United States? According to multiple experts, they say yes. This would bring down inflation a little bit. Not enough to really allow somebody to get back on track to where we once were back in the start of 2020 or even in 2019. Inflation has gone up way too high for that. But could this help get us back into that 5 to 6% range? According to experts, they say yes. We could get back to that 5 to 6% inflation rate, but it would have to come on, we'd have to see some support from the Federal Reserve. We'd have to raise rates, but not too high. This could crash the markets. This could cause a lot of issues across the entire world. So, here's what I can tell you. Right now, help is coming. We know help is coming. We just don't know where it's coming from. We don't know when we do see the help, what is going to be the issue that we see coming off of it. What is that going to look like? And we don't know. Prices, in some cases, still going to go up. Other things are going to drop in price, which will be great. But just to give you an idea, inflation is causing Americans to save money in certain places. But when they save money in certain places, they have more money saved up. They are more willing to spend money elsewhere. For instance, housing and cars has seen a big increase, mainly because people are saving money. They're not going on vacations. Some are not doing home renovations. Some are limiting their big ticket purchases, right? Appliances, furniture, things like that. But by not spending in those three areas, they're spending elsewhere. They're more willing to pay extra for a car. They're more willing to pay extra for a new home that they've been dying to have for the past 2 years. So that's what the issue is that inflation is causing Americans to spend like crazy, but they save and then we spend. It creates a whole nother issue. So just wanted to fill you in on what's currently going on in this new report that yes, there is some people that are pushing to see a federal gas tax holiday. So we would not have to pay that 18.4 cents per gallon, which would be very big news. So that's what we know at this time. As always, as I know more, I promise I'll come back on, share all latest news and updates. Just want to thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.